It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. It was a nice week for him last time out, a 107-yard game. It's the Cowboys and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The number for Zeke from last week. Very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
On the bootleg, Stroud sliding out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Stroud able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, here's Stroud. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, you and I, partner, we got one assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now here's Stroud. There's a diving catch right side. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Stroud looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Connor on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First and 10, Young. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Young to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Young. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud off the play fake. Under pressure, they got him again. We're going to pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 4th down. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Stroud. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Dorrance Armstrong make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Now Stroud. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Stroud to throw it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. This offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And down to the 16-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The throwing again is Stroud. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Young. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Young. And this one too low.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, Young. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2nd down, Young. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Young to throw it. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here is Young. A quick throw there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Young's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It'll be Young again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And it's a pretty good return. This up to the 29.
Holding, conceding.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
That throw by Young incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here's Stroud.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on second down is Young. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan, they know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
He was brought down by
Vaughn will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So after the touch, now to kick this one away.
Pushing through the contact.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They run behind center with Connor. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. As Stroud now to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Stroud now on 1st and 10. It's caught left side by Cooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Option right, here's Stroud. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Stroud with another keeper. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
C.J. Stroud on the keeper.
Stroud working out of the gun. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he will be taken down here. What will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A play fake. Now Young steps away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Young got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of...
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn to about the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
A gain of 7. First down, Dallas.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Young. Out route complete to Dulcich.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Young. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining. The 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
2nd and a couple.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing, Young. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Chauncey Golston
Gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd down and 10.
Now Young.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And his kick here is good.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Come on, come on.
They start the drive with Vaughn.
And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready? Hustle, hustle.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd down.
Again, a run with Vaughn.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A give running right is Vaughn.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?
It's Madden NFL 24. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Saints and the Cowboys, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The numbers for Zeke from last week, 11 carries, 55 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Stroud now on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw, and he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So potentially a good chance. Back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. To throw his car. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them in a screen pass.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point from McManus is good, and this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, here's Stroud. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now Stroud. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's caught. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Derek Carr back out for his guys' next possession. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines.
There he goes, left side. Look at the big fella go. George Kittle, touchdown. George Kittle, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
There's Chris Olave, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Carr. He finds his man Johnson. Now a timeout here. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Dancing to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Cowboy.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The throwing again is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Kittle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he appears to be about on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt.
And that one came close to hitting the... Catch is made inside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and that is incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they lead the visiting Denver Broncos at the half. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw, it's Carr.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Carr completes it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need some.
And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And he is in for the 2 points, and they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Power running by Zeke. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now 2nd and 5.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. 10th carry now for Elliott.
Holding offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he completes it to Barrios. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara.
64 yards.
And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
Stroud looking to throw.
Throwing mid. Complete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, 49 yards. And the Cowboys, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Marquise Bell.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A 10th carry for Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw his car. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's fielded at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
They'll run the end around. This is close. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Down right around the 25. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and 12.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 4th down. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And they'll get this down to the cause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver, who's in some discomfort.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott fights loose. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr.
The pass caught by Olave.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
That's caught by Johnson. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
67 yards.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Elliott.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stroud back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott.
And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
first down carry by Elliott. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That always just here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring,
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's coming off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
and nowadays I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboys.
Option right, here's Stroud.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud.
And it's caught.
And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Stroud now to throw.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Kittle, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Purdy off the play fake. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Niners have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. What kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Second down and 8. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot, and he'll be forced the incompletion.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. As they've got it as we resume action.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Stroud.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
On the option, here's Vaughn. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Dances by him, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll buy some time right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there. Bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. Now a 2nd and 6.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Back to throw, Purdy. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into it.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Oh, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Stroud off the play fake.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Yeah, that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Final play of the half, Purdy. That one too wide and incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. Rashee Rice, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And now off to the races down the right side. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Play action. Stroud now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Stroud now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Flush to his right. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help both.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Stroud looking to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The catch is made.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud.
Out to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before. As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Dallas.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's to pick up a 3. Brings up second.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 37. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Stroud now on fourth down. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on fourth.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And the move for Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And Downey inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now Stroud.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Stroud.
Rolling to his right.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that when he got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.